Silence isn't absence, it's presence with power. When you understand that, you stop feeling the need to constantly fill the air with words just to prove a point or to reassure someone that you're still there. Silence has a weight to it, a gravity that draws people in, because it forces them to lean closer, to pay attention, to wonder what's going on in your mind. Words can be cheap, anybody can talk. But when you master silence, you turn it into a tool that commands respect without even raising your voice. People underestimate the value of quiet because they confuse it with weakness. But the strongest people you'll ever meet are the ones who know how to hold their tongue, keep their composure, and let their presence speak louder than anything they could ever say. Think about it. When someone is always talking, always explaining, always defending themselves, it dilutes their power. But when someone knows how to sit back, stay calm, and just let their energy speak, that's when others start taking notice. Silence makes people curious. It makes them second guess. It forces them to consider what's going on in your mind, and that uncertainty is powerful. The less you reveal, the more valuable you become, because mystery breeds respect. People want what they don't fully understand, and silence creates that effect naturally. You don't have to chase validation with words when you've got the discipline to stay still, and let silence carry your strength. Silence also gives you control. When emotions run high, most people explode. They talk too much, they say things they regret. But the one who can keep quiet, breathe, and respond later with clarity, that's the person who wins. Silence doesn't mean you're ignoring the situation, it means you're mastering it. It shows restraint, and restraint is one of the greatest demonstrations of strength. People lose power when they lose control of their tongue. But when you learn to hold back, you make every word you eventually speak land heavier, because it's not wasted energy, it's intentional. That's why silence isn't absence. It's not you stepping out of the room. It's you filling the room with your presence in a way that words could never do. There's also a spiritual side to silence. In the stillness, you find clarity. In silence, you hear what's really going on inside you. The world is loud, people are loud, distractions are endless. But when you can be silent, when you can sit in your own presence and be at peace, you rise above the noise. And others will feel that. They'll sense that your silence isn't empty. It's full of strength, full of focus, full of self-respect. That kind of silence radiates. It makes people lean in, it makes them listen harder, it makes them crave your attention. That's presence with power, and once you understand that, you'll never confuse silence with weakness again. A man respects what he has to wonder about, not what he already has on demand. That's human nature. When something is too available, too easy, it loses its value. When he doesn't have to work for your time, your attention, or your energy, he takes it for granted because there's no mystery in it, no chase, no sense of earning something rare. But when you hold back, when you don't hand over every detail of yourself, when you let him wonder what you're thinking or what you're doing, that's when respect starts to grow. Respect comes from effort, from pursuit, from not knowing if he can just snap his fingers and have you there. Wonder keeps him engaged, and without wonder, there's no fire. Men are hunters by instinct. They chase what they can't easily get. They value what they had to work for, and they cherish what wasn't freely given. If he already knows every move you're going to make, if he can predict every word out of your mouth, if you're always available the second he calls, then there's no reason for him to put in effort. But when you create space, when you let him wonder why you're not answering right away, when you keep a little mystery in your spirit, suddenly he's leaning in. He's thinking about you when you're not around. He's questioning himself. What is she doing? Who's she with? What's on her mind? That wondering is not just curiosity. It's the root of respect, because it tells him you have a life, you have standards, and you're not just waiting around for him. This doesn't mean playing games. It means understanding your worth. It means knowing that your time, your attention, and your energy are valuable, and they shouldn't be handed out like discounts at a store. A man respects a woman who respects herself enough to set boundaries. If you're always on demand, you're telling him you don't value your own time, and if you don't value it, why should he? But when you show him that access to you is something earned, not given freely, he adjusts his behavior. He steps up, he invests more. He treats you differently because now he understands you're not something he can take lightly, and let's be real. Wonder keeps love alive. In the beginning, everything is exciting because it's new, because you don't know everything yet. But the couples that last are the ones who keep a little mystery, who don't give everything away at once, who still leave room for discovery. A man respects what he can't fully figure out. He doesn't need every secret, but he needs to feel like there's always more to learn about you, more layers to uncover. That's what keeps him coming back, keeps him interested, keeps him respecting you, because he knows he hasn't reached the bottom of who you are. A man respects what he has to wonder about because it challenges him, it stretches him, it forces him to give more of himself. On demand is convenient, but it's not respected. Wonder creates value, and value creates respect. And if you want a man to see you as rare, you can't make yourself common by being too available.